What is up, everyone? Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing day, folks. You're not going to believe what just happened. This is the kind of moment that separates the bystanders from the game changers. Picture this: BlackRock. Yes, the world's most powerful asset manager just swooped in and they grabbed over 400 million worth of Ethereum like it's nothing. I'm talking about that kind of move that makes you stop, stare, and wonder, what do they know that we don't know? What do they know that we haven't caught on to just yet? For those thinking that the bull run's over, you better think again. And get this, while these giants are busy buying, let me remind you of something. Just a few years back, people were being paid to call XRP a scam online. Imagine being handed $550 just to talk trash about a project that now is at the center of the financial revolution. You can't make this stuff up. Meanwhile, while everyone else is distracted, the Federal Reserve spending has gone up 4 times since 2004. No budget worries, no accountability, just endless money printing. While the rest of us, well, we got to play by the rules. One top finance insider just called an internal review because it has gotten that wild. So why are the biggest players stacking crypto right now? Why is Wall Street running into the same assets they try to convince you were worthless? Stick with me to the end here, because what's coming next, it's about to flip the script on everything you thought that you knew. Welcome to the Bullwinkle Blueprint. If you are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss a video or a live stream. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you're watching the videos to help send this content viral. If we don't get thumbs up, the content doesn't get pushed out by YouTube. It's that simple. It's a game of literally pressing the thumbs up button. And if you're looking to become a channel member, and I appreciate each and every single one of you that are already members of this channel and you want to go ad free, so you never got to listen to another stinking ad, hey, there's the join button. Less than the price of a cup of coffee for the entire month. Without further ado, let's jump into it. We're seeing a little bit of red in the market, nothing crazy, nothing deep. I told you moving forward, any little correction here isn't just, it's an opportunity. How low do we go? It's not going to be that low. It's not going to go down that far, folks. This is a bull run. Red's normal because what's happening is the liquidity is being grabbed. We are just pulling back an extra little bit with some more momentum before we finally blast back off. Remember, Bitcoin's going next. It's going above 130K, currently coming in at 118,000. Ethereum coming in at 3,665. And XRP, look, still above the 2017-2018 bull run all-time high at $3.44. Total cryptocurrency market cap, 3.95 trillion. We are looking to set a new record on the total market cap by breaking through on that $4 trillion level. There's the BlackRock news. BlackRock purchased 426 million worth of Ethereum. That's over 113,000 Ethereum. Well, we got the news that ETH is not going to be a security, that they're not going to look at ETH. They said it's a very important asset, especially because everything that is built on top of it. So BlackRock, what are they doing? We call this positioning. And look at this. Yeah, wipe your little eyes, do a little double take. This is true. Back in 2013, people on Reddit were being offered $550 to go around and tell people that Ripple is a scam. You can't make this up. This is how much they wanted to distract you. This is how much they wanted you not to get involved in XRP. They knew that this was going somewhere. This is like McDonald's slipping you $100 to tweet that Shake Shack's burgers are made of tofu or Burger King's burgers aren't real beef. It sounds hilarious now, but that's how desperate the competition was and how early we really were and still are. Think about this for a second. This is the oldest trick in the book. If you can't beat the innovation, which Bitcoin cannot beat the innovation, you try to scare people away from it. Just like when taxis tried to convince everyone that Uber was dangerous, or how Blockbuster tried to convince you that Netflix was a waste of time. We all know how those stories ended, right? Spoiler alert. The disruptor, which is Ripple and XRP, they always win. They always come out on top and win. Then we see this. This is not the type of movement that you want to see, and I hope it's not Chris Larson again. $58 million, over 16 million XRP was transferred from an unknown wallet to Coinbase. When they move it to the exchange, they are dumping it. You want to see the movements of large XRP amounts come from an exchange to an unknown wallet. This is not good. What is this going to be? It's pretty simple. It's going to be a dump. Someone's dumping XRP. This is clearly either someone who worked at Ripple, early founder. I mean, it's not a regular person. Let's put it like that, right? That is not a regular person with that much XRP. Now we get this. The Fed review. So Scott Bessent to the Fed. He says the Federal Reserve Board expenses is 2004x. They just print money and spend it. The Fed does a regular review of the monetary policy framework. I think that this is a good opportunity for Chair Powell's legacy to do an internal review of all of the Fed's operations away from the monetary policy function. Everything else that the Fed has done over the years has just grown and grown and grown, and this is what happens when you do not have oversight. They aren't subject to being reviewed here. Monetary policy, well, should run in the background on behalf of the American people. So think about it. This is like if you let your teenager run loose with your credit card and zero oversight. What happens after a few years? Well, you as the parent, you're going to have debt, chaos, and regret. The same logic applies here, everyone. We need an internal review. And now a lot of people are stating that the reason that Powell is not cutting rates is it's political and that he's trying to do everything that he can to harm Trump. Whether that's true or not, no one's going to know. Only Mr. Jerome himself. Let me get this. This is big. Everyone remembers the first ETF, or I should say basket of ETF that was approved, but then it was taken back down like 10 hours later because the SEC said that they wanted to go back to the drawing board and that they wanted to make sure that they got everything right. Well, here is a brand new one, and this is number 2. The SEC approves conversion of the Bitwise 10 crypto index fund into an ETF. What's interesting is that they approved the conversion, but they are not yet to go live with it yet because the SEC, once again, is still dragging their feet. I think it is very obvious and very, very clear at this point that the SEC is waiting for policies or rules to come down from somewhere else, and then we will see all of these ETFs instantly approved. Clearly, they are not going to be the ones making the rules of the road. I don't know if it's coming up from David Sachs's team, the crypto czar. I don't know if they're going to make it or the Fed's going to make it. I don't know where it's coming from. I guess it's coming from David and his team. Once the rules are in place, then you will see all these ETFs go live. But the beautiful thing about this is that XRP is included in this basket. So once we have one of the 2 baskets that include XRP go live, it will be instant approval for all of the other ETFs on XRP to go live. When we get that approval, we get the institutional money. We see it all flocking into XRP. We showed you the figures on yesterday's video, how much money has gone into Ethereum. And then XRP is off to the races. So what is including in this basket? That is the important question here. Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as expected. But XRP, Solana, Chainlink, Sui, Cardano, Avalanche, Litecoin, and Polkadot are included as well. XRP has the 4th largest share in this, which is very, very good. And for those that didn't catch the video on the other channel, we talked about Ondo. Ondo just got a ETF filed yesterday. This is going to be The second half of this year is going to be one of the most bullish times with all these ETFs being approved and coming in. And in smokes like, hey, here's a document. Institutions are eyeing tokens beyond just Bitcoin and Ethereum, namely XRP. The index fund conversion, along with the GDLC conversion, marks the first crypto ETFs outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is a major milestone. There is the document for those of you looking at the screen. They're all coming. Solana XRP will be the first two out of the gate with ETF approvals. The question is when. No one has a crystal ball, but as I've said before the SEC lawsuit comes to an end, officially, let's put the word officially for it comes to an end, and before these ETFs go live, we want to see XRP make what? A brand new all-time high. And guess what? That's exactly what we did. The playbook that I have called out for quite some time is playing out to the T. And we said if that playbook plays out, we get ourselves a double-digit XRP. I'm going to talk more on this in the second video. We'll do it in the beginning so everyone can make sure they hear this because it's very important. But the playbook, it's here. It is being played out step by step. So what comes next? ETFs, SEC Ripple lawsuit coming to an end, institutional money flooding in, and XRP's price going sky high. The higher the price goes now, before any of these events happens, the higher the price will end up during this bull run. I'm going to leave it like that. Make sure on your way out, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch everyone on the next one.